All right, guys, welcome back. It's me, Daniel, VintageMagic.com. So we're gonna do a little experiment today. There are 6 elevators. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We are at the GP Hong Kong 2018, and we are at the hotel. Now, this is so funny. I was just starting one of my videos, and the security guard comes by and literally, what do you call it? Stops me and he goes, sir, are you that guy? No. What guy? Are you him? I go, no. Are you the guy from the YouTube? I go, well, I do YouTube videos. He goes, no, do you know Rudy? And I'm thinking to myself, Jesus Christ. I mean, why in the world do I go to other places in the world and all I get is, where is Rudy? I mean, do people understand that I'm also my own person? Like, I'm alive? God, okay. Anyway, we're gonna do this experiment and we're gonna start the video. It's Finance Friday. Welcome back, guys. Sorry, it's been a long-ass flight. I'll have to do some explaining right after this and we'll get right into the video topic. All right, let's do the experiment. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Whoever gets it right, this is what's going to happen. Whoever gets the right elevator that I come back from, okay, and also answers the question that I have in the video, the topic, will get a very special surprise. First time I've ever done this. Let's do it. All right. Let's go. Let's see how this is going to work. So first off, I'm going to push up 1 floor. Okay, so by the way, guys, there is a super typhoon here in the Hong Kong area. It's actually hitting the Philippines from the east, and it's supposed to be really bad. Category 10. Take your guess. See you guys there. Welcome back. It's me, Daniel, VintageMagic.com. It's Finance Fridays. Did you guys guess the right floor? That was the right elevator. It was elevator number 1. Elevator number 1 was the person who won the actual guess in the elevator, and you also have to win the question of this video. All right, so here's how it's going to work. Let's talk about the finance topic today. It was actually very interesting. I was posed the question, actually, no. It wasn't posed the question. I saw one of the posts from our friends at Reddit, because Reddit is probably the most high-end, high-quality investment group in the world. It's a new, fascinating area of investing. They have such great ideas. I had to address this. One question posed was, if one of the whales of Magic investing dumped all of their old school cards, just dumped them in the garbage, dumped them in this garbage dump, then what would happen? What would occur? And he specifically called me out and Rudy, and apparently he thinks that Rudy and I have accumulated so much stuff that we apparently could just dump the marketplace in 5 seconds. So I'm going to address the question, but again, who is ready for this giveaway today? Now, I also have the giveaway. There's a question for the giveaway. And I'm going to give you guys a question at the end of this video. If you get the question, the elevator answer right, and you also answer the question right, you will get the prize. Now, how's this going to work? You have to just put it in the comments below what the answer is, and then that's it. I'm just going to, and now if there's a bunch of people that get the answer right, the combination, then I will basically have to figure out a randomized way on Google or whatever, and distribute the prize. But I will kind of do that on my next channel update coming up in October for September's, and basically I'll update you guys who the winner was. All right, deal. All right, here's the deal. Let's make sure the video is still going. All right, cool. A few moments here. All right, so here's the financial question of the day. If this was going on, if Rudy and I just dumped all the cards. Now, I thought about this because if you actually do all that, if we were stupid enough to just dump all the cards and just sell them instantly, it would just really be logistically so boring. We wouldn't want to do it. But let's say we had some automated system and we just dumped them all out. I would probably have to say that if it was like a week time span, let's give it a week just to be fair for mathematical sake, it would probably hit the market really hard very quickly. The prices of BUYLIST would probably change instantly, because when you have so much supply hitting the market as a sell-off in one shot, what would happen is the following thing. The prices, and all these things would have to sell on eBay, because obviously they have to be public. Now, if you did, let's say we didn't do them on eBay, we did them off eBay, that'd be a little bit different calculation. But let's assume it all goes on eBay. Okay, let's say Rudy and I just decided to coordinate this and sell everything on eBay. So if we did that, the prices would go down so fast. At first, they would go down, but then if we just kept unloading, just every hour to the hour, just loading cards. We're talking about reserve list cards, Suzanne de Jins, Black Lotuses, dual lands, it doesn't matter what the hell it was, Alpha, Beta, Unlimited, everything, every reserve list card in one shot for a week time span. I believe the prices would probably drop like a garbage fire dump sale, whatever the heck he uses. It'd probably go like 50%. Eventually, so what would happen is the first one would probably go, a certain level, but then things would just incrementally go down and down, and probably hit a threshold of about 50%. So if your Bazaar bag that was about $1,000, and then it would finally, if we start listing like the 200th Bazaar bag, I don't know how many he has, but we end up selling all the Bazaar Baghdad's, it'll probably go down to $500. So I said to you about the BUYLIST, the sellers out there in the world, the Card Kingdoms, the ABU games, all those guys, they're going to watch that. They're going to see that the eBay prices, the MTG stocks, it would be a reverse MTG stock. Because you guys out there use MTG stocks like it's some kind of some kind of religious thing. It would literally show a spike down because it would have so much sales so quickly of declining amounts. Now, here's what I thought about this though. After all of this, after Rudy and I buy it all back, no, I'm just kidding. Yeah, Rudy and I are basically going to have secret money to buy back our own stuff. So basically, we make the market go down. That's what Reddit wants to hear, right? No, that's not what would happen. But let's assume that there's no shenanigans. Let's say we do no buybacks. Let's say we just completely are selling out. We want to buy an island on the coast of Dominaria, and we basically want to relax and vacation the rest of our lives. If we do all of that kind of stuff, it would literally be the frenzy of the year. Now, I do believe at the end of it all, like I was alluding to here, I think that we would actually receive, the market would actually correct so big, but then it would actually go back up. It would slowly move up. The people that got the cards at what I call a fire sale price, a discount, then basically the prices would incrementally go back up. The other vendors around the world will see the fire sale and they'll basically gobble it up too, add to their supply, and basically the market would finally even out at a certain point and then grow again. So that's actually what I think will happen. Ultimately, I say that because I don't think it would actually affect, Rudy and I couldn't actually affect the market the way people think. That's what the trick is. I don't think we have the ability to just tank the market or, increase the market. It's too much money. I mean, there's too much market cap in Magic that even if like a billionaire, so let's talk about the crazy scenario. Like, remember that Martin Shkreli guy who now got convicted of pharma something, and I think he's in jail right now. And then people asked if he had billions of dollars. I don't think he has billions of dollars. I think he has like maybe a few hundred million or less type of thing, maybe 10 million. But let's say someone like that, or someone who actually was a little bit more stable in their income, and like let's say Warren Buffett decided to go crazy. He's tired of like railroads, and he's tired of Geico and stuff, and whatever he's doing in Berkshire Hathaway. He wanted to play Magic the Gathering cards. Now, I don't think if Warren did this, he'd probably just buy out Hasbro. But let's say he wanted to just get in the private sector, secondary market, it's a collectible, and just buy out Magic cards. I actually believe that in any case of any large money that comes in, there would be instant millionaires from all of us if we just sold in that capacity. Because what would happen is that the prices would jump up incrementally, right? So as you buy, let's say he did a sniping action. Let's say he bought a large amount of the cards, and basically the cards went up, incrementally were bought out. The next people that resell on eBay or they sell off eBay, whatever, keep seeing the sales grow, and they basically see the MTG stocks spike up or whatever, MTG Goldfish, and they realize that, wow, I can't sell my Alpha Lotus for like 30K anymore, 40K. I'm gonna have to sell it for maybe 100K, crazy buy it now. And if Warren Buffett or someone really wealthy or other large hedge funds wanted to get into it, they would have to pay so much money. Like imagine these cards are like real estate property. It's like owning a deed. You would literally have to pay so much money on each piece of property that eventually the incremental price would be astronomically higher than you think. So it's a lot more than real estate. Even though, like let's say an investor want to buy the entire town or something, or some entire ridiculous area for them to build their own, corporate headquarters. It's not like that because cards, there's so many cards. So there needs to be a cutoff there. So back to the question. No, Rudy and I could not actually impact the market. But I do believe though, that the only way that so you're asking like, what would happen in the old school market? Because people must be asking that question because they think it's organically grown or inflated. It's not organic. It's not real. It's not like something that was, grown like a black lotus, like out there in the woods or something. And it wasn't like that. People don't believe that this market is what it is. People believe guys like Rudy or I, Edwin the Magic Engineer is now doing it. He recently posted, Edwin the Engineer posted that Shahrazad is potentially going to be the new Shazam the Djinn. It's going to be like a $2,000 card or something plus because it is a 4-of now. It is being used in old school Magic decks. People like to try the decks. It's a reserveless card. It has all these factors. But people feel like we, the Reddit gods, the Reddit geniuses, online, you people on Reddit, seem to think in your world that we just influence you guys to buy more, and we control and have such influence. I'm here to tell you guys, I don't think so. I think you guys don't understand, number one, the sheer supply of cards is still so massive to what we actually own. Number two is our influence can only reach so far. Yes, I do agree on one thing. I do agree that if you watch Rudy or watch me or watch Edwin or watch other open boosters, watch people buy opening packs, you start getting the itch to buy something, to want to open something. But ultimately, organic growth has to come from nostalgia. It has to come from collectability. The spontaneous buyer, like another category, the spontaneous buyer, comes from a different type of individual. Someone who actually has kind of like that retail sale purchase, right? And that happens. They're influenced by Rudy. they're influenced by me, influenced by someone who's playing in their deck and from last F&M or something, or old school match, and they see, oh yeah, you have the alpha regrowth. I want an alpha regrowth. Oh, you have a Serendipity free. I want a Serendipity free. I want to copy my friends. Now I want to pimp out my cards. That's what Magic people do, right? They want to own what others have, and they want to connect, and they feel like they then remember a story or maybe a time they opened that pack back in the day. I met a guy, individual. He was on the airplane with me, coming back from GP Vegas, and he ended up buying a couple of revised starter decks for me. And he was telling me he used to play Magic. He is in tech industry now. He can afford it, and he was debating should I buy alpha, beta, whatever. And he started realizing that he grew up with revised, and even though like alpha, beta are very low supply, he probably afford it. It really came down to nostalgia. What did it mean to him? He didn't want to buy Homelands, but Legends. He didn't want to buy those because revised was where he started Magic, and it was kind of cool. He told me he wanted to maybe display them on his desk or on his cabinet, his cabinets, whatever. And that type of story is what is the same thing I hear all the time. Hold on, let me check my minutes here. All right, guys, so I have one last minute. Here's the question, the question you guys have been all waiting for. The question of the finale. You guys ready? The winner of the surprise, and the surprise is pretty damn good, okay? The surprise will be this. Dinner with me at any Grand Prix I ever go to. So we can set it up, okay? Dinner with me, could be with Rudy if we do dinner with me. Also, we could also play, I'll play Magic with you, I'll talk about investing with you. Any Grand Prix you want, if you answer this question. Picture still going. What was my favorite toy back in the day? Also, what was my favorite baseball player back in the day? And last but not least, what is my all-time favorite Magic card of all time?